It is the Worst of the Riot podcast. This is the Tuesday, June 27th edition. If you've never watched the Worst of the Riot podcast before, video version, today's the day to do it. Because look at me.
It's a special day. It's a special day.
Yeah.
You got that hat off.
I got the hat off.
This is what it looks like underneath.
Just for this moment, because I just did get a haircut, so I thought I should let you see some of it. I'm already noticing my forehead has tripled in size compared to what it looks like when I have a hat on.
No,
so I don't know if that's particularly flattering.
It looks good.
But I'm happy with the haircut.
Yeah, I think it looks great.
I like to get my haircut, I think, a little bit shorter than I really truly love it, because then it buys me more time
before you have to get
the
another
next
one.
time I have to go get another one. Yeah. So I think, like, you think it looks good today. I think, like, a couple weeks from now, 2 weeks from now, I think it's going to look primo.
I mean, you're looking like a young Brad Pitt.
Is that right? Do you think I look like a young
you
Brad
look
Pitt?
like a young Orlando Orlando Bloom.
Which movie Brad Pitt?
Ooh, that's a good question. If I had to go through, let me see.
See, because this is not young Brad Pitt, but once upon a time in Hollywood, Brad Pitt is like prime. Like, if I could look like that, I guess I'm happy to look like any Brad Pitt. Let me be honest. If I look like prepubescent Brad Pitt,
you
I'm
look
probably
like
fine.
Moneyball Brad Pitt.
Moneyball Brad Pitt.
Like, that's like 12 years ago.
Uh-huh.
I can't give you like the 1990s.
So I look
Brad
like Billy
Pitt.
Bean.
Yeah.
All right. I mean, that's a compliment. I will take it.
I can keep going through. I see Orlando Bloom.
Orlando Bloom. Gran Turismo Orlando Bloom, or Pirates of the Caribbean Orlando Bloom?
Ooh, that's a good one.
Yeah.
Pirates of the Caribbean.
I don't even know what other movies he's in.
Orlando Bloom?
Yeah.
He's in Spy Kids, isn't he?
Is he in Spy Kids?
I think he's in Spy Kids.
I don't know if I would remember that.
Let's see here. No.
Who else do I look like? Go on.
Bradley,
do I look like that guy?
Bradley Cooper?
Do I look? No, that's a compliment.
You liking that?
I'm worried as I start to analyze it more, do I look like that guy? And this isn't necessarily an insult to him, but it's not my goal. But do I look like that guy that dresses up in a suit and reviews food on YouTube?
Dresses up in a suit and reviews food?
Yeah, you never seen that guy? You know what I'm talking about.
Suit review food guy?
Yeah. He wears like a fancy suit. He's dressed up.
Oh my gosh, you do.
No!
You look just like him.
What's his name?
His name's John Jurassic.
Do I look like him?
Yes, you do.
Oh my gosh.
That's so weird. He looks so creepy in this picture.
Except he is wearing an actual tuxedo.
Why do his eyes look like that?
A Canadian tuxedo.
How did you get that? People need to Google this. John Jurassic. This guy's a creepy looking guy, though. He looks way creepier than you.
I don't have my hair that. I mean, like, I don't have it slicked back like that.
His beady eyes are killing me.
Look at his body. Is that real?
Dang, how are you going to go from me comparing you to Brad Pitt and Bradley Cooper to you showing me this, and this is the most accurate one yet?
Nobody probably just had seen that until I mentioned it. And
John Jurassic.
Yeah.
It's called the Report of the Week.
The Report of the Week. All right.
And this guy, wow, that's spot on.
He's fairly successful.
I wish I could put a picture of that next to you right now.
He's done okay for himself.
No, he's done grand. He just looks so creepy.
Yeah.
Like when I was comparing you to Bradley Pitt, I was just going based off hair.
Bradley Pitt.
Bradley Cooper based off hair.
Uh-huh.
You know, that slicked back look.
Yeah.
I typed in slicked back hair celebrities.
Uh-huh.
And I popped up what your hair looks like.
Mm-hmm.
And then you come up with just a total face match of this John Jurassic guy. And
his eyes are blue, aren't they? So
his eyes are crazy looking.
Yeah.
He looks like he could have killed somebody. That's what he looks like in these videos. This is wild. I'm for it, though.
So you see why I wear a hat?
Oh, no, you have good hair. I don't know why you wear a hat.
I think it makes me look less like John Jurassic.
See, if that's the look you're avoiding,
yeah,
I understand.
Uh-huh.
But at the same time,
let me just
yeah, give it the whole look. Oh, no, I was keeping the hat off.
No, this is. And now you would never consider. You look at me, you would say, no one would say John Jurassic.
Yeah, it's true. All
right.
You look better. I mean, I like it both ways. You have good hair.
I do
have great hair.
I appreciate that.
I think you even have hair.
It's I Sure I am. I'm not that old, but sure.
I know, but most people have. If you lose your hair,
Yeah.
it's
No,
gone by the time like you're my age.
Some people say you got it, flaunt it for the hair. I guess that's what I should do.
You should.
All right. Well,
Fair enough. If you guys Google John Jurassic right now and put it up next to Hudson's face, because goodness gracious.
We got a good podcast for you today, and then prepping you for tomorrow. It's Would You Rather Wednesday, where we're asking, would you rather have just the best pool setup you can possibly imagine in your backyard, or the best barbecue grill setup in your backyard, smoker or whatever you would like? Which one would you prefer if you could only have one, not the other?
As we prepare for the good old 4th of July,
Where
more than likely you might have both.
You might have both. You're bound to be doing at least one of them. 8772 Radio U, or leave your opinion in the comments, and we'll catch you next time.
We'll see you guys.
Add a little riot to your Instagram feed. Follow @RadioU Official. The Riot. Radio U.
Let us know if you watched night one, the season premiere of The Bachelorette last night. Isaiah, I'm counting on you, hoping that you can fill me in on all of the antics and the suspense and the intrigue of Bachelorette season, whatever season they're on, 23, 29?
I think it's 23, something like that.
23. How did it go?
I don't know. It's a lot of them.
It's a lot.
You know.
So many happy women.
I know I'm going to struggle through this season. After night one, I know this is going to be a tough one for me. It's not that there's anything wrong with Charity.
But
The
Bachelorette herself.
There's just something that's just like, I don't love.
Okay.
And so night one, cringy per usual, as you can possibly imagine.
Yeah.
All of the first impressions, guys stumbling over their words.
You get 25 guys all trying to win over a woman's heart that they've never met before.
Yeah,
They're going to have some awkward interactions.
They're all introducing themselves in like the most ridiculous ways ever that you can imagine. So not exactly the smoothest of night ones, but the big story was that Charity's brother made an appearance.
Oh yeah, he's one of the contestants, or
not one of the contestants?
Okay, good.
No,
That would be unusual.
No, he was pretty much like undercover the whole night, serving as the bartender, trying to listen in on the guys' conversations, right?
So they need his approval. Is that
Precisely.
the idea, that he's got to sign off?
That's what it was supposed to be. But then,
I like that, actually.
Yeah, right? And then on night one, the big thing is the first impression rose, right?
Okay.
So that essentially like moves you along no matter what. And if you get the first impression rose, that means that you gave the best first impression, obviously.
Yeah.
And the guy that Charity gave the first impression rose to was also the guy that her brother like approved of the least.
Uh-oh.
So that's how it always goes, right?
Typical.
So on brand there.
Yeah. Who could have foreseen that coming?
Yeah, exactly. So for her, it was Braden who got the first impression rose.
Braden.
Yeah, and then her brother essentially said that he thought that Braden was a little bit arrogant about how he carried himself on night one.
Some women like that, apparently. Anyways, Braden wasn't one of the names. Yesterday in the opener of the Worst of the Riot podcast, we went through and kind of picked out some of our pre-show faves.
Yes.
I'm confident Braden was not on one of our lists.
No, he was not on either of our lists.
No. Does anybody get eliminated on night one, though?
Yes, they do.
Oh, yeah? Who was that?
There were eliminations night one. I'm looking at our list yesterday to see if anybody that we had got eliminated. Because I had John Henry and Aaron B. And you had...
I had Nick.
Yep.
Did Nick make the cut?
Nick did not make the cut.
Nick is gone already?
Nick is already gone.
Oh, come on.
And he was your favorite, too.
No, Nick was my least of the three favorites.
No, you said he was the most.
No, my most favorite was Chris S.
Chris S is gone.
No, you're kidding me.
He didn't make
How many
it
people
either.
did they eliminate?
But they eliminated, let's see here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like 6 or so.
Why'd you bring so many people on just to eliminate them
Well,
right
they
away?
brought on 25.
Yeah.
And they get rid of 6 of them.
Why didn't you do like one per episode? I thought that's what they did.
No, that's what they eliminate. Like the first night, there's 25 guys there.
Yeah.
They got to cut it back to like 19 or so.
Uh-huh.
And then after that, they started eliminating less and less.
All right. Well, don't break my heart. Don't tell me that my other favorite pre-show,
No.
Caleb A.
Caleb is still holding on.
Oh, good. He's my one last hope.
Yes, and both of mine Aaron B. and John Henry made it tonight too. But you went 2 for 3 on night one, getting guys knocked out.
Charity and I just have different tastes in men.
I guess.
What can I say?
2 of the 6 that there were 6 eliminations.
Yeah.
And you picked 2 of them, which is pretty impressive.
Yeah.
This is Radio U's Worst of the Riot.
It's time to have the discussion. Is it too early to start fireworks?
Yes.
It is?
It's Tuesday.
Yeah. We're 1 week out from the 4th of July.
What are you doing tonight? Firing off fireworks.
Yeah.
What's so special about tonight?
I don't know.
What's today? The 27th? No.
I'll tell you, let me ask you this. What was so special about last night?
Nothing.
Nothing. And yet, people in my neighborhood, fireworks.
What a waste of money.
Is it a waste? It's a good time.
Yeah, but
I think.
this isn't like their
To
true
them.
party.
No,
Was that their 4th of July party last night?
No, they did not start last night. They started Saturday.
And they've just been firing them off every night?
Uh-huh. And
See, I think that's
I don't think it's going to
waste of money.
stop. I don't think it's going to stop until at least 1 week from tonight will
Are they
be the
doing, like,
final night.
one firework a night?
It's
or?
like the 12 days of Christmas except with fireworks.
That's okay then.
You think so?
If you fire off one a day,
No, they're not
That could
doing.
be-
They're doing more than that.
okay, but that's a waste of money. But
They're
I don't
doing
blame them. That
probably-
sounds
I'd say
like they're rolling in it, I
five.
guess.
It's not like a marathon.
They're rolling in it then.
I
Good for
don't-
them.
I
Fireworks
think-
are expensive.
I don't know if they're rolling in it. I think they spend a decent portion of their budget for
On fireworks?
for the month of June just on fireworks. Is what
Hey,
I
good for
think.
them. If that's
Yeah.
your thing, that's your thing, you know?
Yeah. No, but no, so the town that I live in, they did their fireworks a week early. They did them this past weekend.
That's
so I
silly.
think that opened the door for a lot of people in the neighborhood to also just start shooting them off themselves throughout the week. But they're doing it on weeknights, which is wild to me. If you did it on Saturday, that'd be one thing this past Saturday. But I've got people firing them off again last night, 2 nights ago, a weeknight thing. They're doing it.
Yeah, that's silly.
It's kind of wild.
You can't do it till at least Thursday.
Thursday is the cutoff?
Thursday for sure.
I think
Because Thursday's the start of the weekend.
if we're being reasonable, let's just wait till Friday.
Friday.
I think that's reasonable.
Well, nobody's being reasonable. They started shooting them off last weekend,
Yeah.
so we got to extend it.
Yeah. I've got a couple of fireworks qualms. I know it feels a little early because the 4th of July it doesn't feel early for my neighbors, but it feels early for a lot of people. But I've got a couple things. It's not too late to make 4th of July better, right?
Oh, no, you need to start making your 4th of July good right now.
It's not too
This
late
is your chance.
to make the 4th of July fireworks this year a more of a spectacle. And so I have 2 things that I think can be done to improve fireworks. One, just the simple fact of, and I've said this before, fireworks, there needs to be some innovation.
Some newness.
Every year that I've gone to see fireworks, whether it's at Disney World, the Niagara Falls, just here in town, wherever you go to see fireworks, how different is it?
It's never different.
In my entire lifetime.
It's always the same.
Yeah, we in my lifetime, phones have improved vastly. TVs have changed. Cameras, just the way that everything is improved. Cars, the things cars can do now versus what cars could do when I was a child, it's unbelievable. And yet fireworks have never changed. Not a single bit.
They've been the same for it feels like hundreds of years.
Yeah, since they were invented in China or whatever years ago. So I think, first of all, somebody needs to put some effort into that. Second of all, what's the best part of a fireworks show?
The finale.
Yeah. So why don't we make the whole show a finale? Why do we waste time with shooting off one at a time for like 20 minutes?
What's the build-up, you know?
Yeah, but I think we should just bypass that because everybody just gets bored. Everybody's just waiting for the finale. And what do you say? What do you say like 3 times throughout? This must be the finale.
Exactly. They got you on the edge of your seat. It's working.
No,
It's working.
Why can't we just
It's working.
have the whole thing be the finale? Be a lot more
No.
fun. Save everybody a lot of time.
Yeah, but you don't want to watch fireworks for 5 minutes. If you're driving to whatever your local fireworks place is, you're trying to get a parking spot. If you show up and you sit down the chairs, and it lasts for 3 minutes because
Yeah.
they just do a finale, then you're leaving. You're like, was that really worth it? You want the whole drug out 30-minute show where they're shooting off one at a time, and they tease you a little bit, and they string you on, and back to one at a time.
They do the fake finale.
Tease you
Yeah.
again, one at a time, and they give you the finale finally at the end, and then you leave feeling real satisfied.
I don't know. I think the buildup is all the time you spend sitting there waiting for the show to start, drinking lemonade.
Yeah.
You know, paying $8 for a lemonade and just waiting, sitting in a lawn chair like a goof.
Getting your spot.
Yeah, getting your spot. Exactly.
You got to get a spot, a good spot.
Get a good spot. We're going to see it better than ever this year.
If podcast awards were ever a thing, this show wouldn't win any. This is the Worst of the Riot podcast.
Isaiah, you said you wound up watching Brother Bear.
I did.
And upon reflection, we started to wonder, is that the saddest Disney movie of all time?
It's up there.
It's if you haven't seen Brother Bear, some of the pivotal scenes in Brother Bear are some of the saddest that you will find in any movie that's meant for children.
A lot of death in Brother Bear.
And so the question is, which Disney movies are up there in the sadness category? Text in at 8772 Radio U, the saddest scenes and moments in Disney movies, ostensibly movies that are meant for children, and yet somehow so intense, so emotional, it doesn't feel like a child should be able to handle that.
Yeah, I've got a couple different ones. I've got like 4,
Okay.
I think, including Brother Bear. The one scene in Brother Bear that got me the most was when Kenai, who like is the one who gets transformed into the bear, has to tell Coda, who's like the little like cub that's been following him around the whole time.
Yeah.
The Kenai was the one that killed his mom, which is like the saddest thing ever.
Yeah.
Like
I mean,
he tells the cub that he thinks his mom's coming. Oh, it's a disaster. So sad.
yeah.
And then they show like Kenai's brother coming down from the spirits, and Coda goes over and sees his mom's spirit. Oh, it's so sad.
That's too much.
It's too much for me. Like I was watching it, I was like, wow, this is so sad.
You're a grown man and you're upset by that.
Yeah, it was upsetting.
How did any child endure? How did any of us endure that?
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah. They should have known better. Maybe that's why that movie not remembered as one of Disney's best, even though I enjoyed it. It's a good movie.
It's a good movie.
It's just too much for kids.
Yeah, that one's sad. I also think this is like probably like a top 2. This is probably my favorite Disney movie of all time.
Yeah.
Which is The Fox and the Hound. My dog Jim, the inspiration of him. And when they drop Todd off in the forest. You don't remember that part?
They leave him in the forest?
Yeah, like when they have to like let him go.
Yeah.
When he's like an adult. And they play this song like Goodbye May Seem Forever. And Todd's mom's like driving him in her little buggy out there. And then she like takes him into the woods and like takes off his collar and he has to like skedaddle. Oh, it's so sad.
But doesn't he get to go like reunite with that, you know?
He ends up like having like a wife and kids and stuff.
Yeah.
But like we didn't know that at the time.
Well, what did you think was going to happen?
Well, I just thought that he was just gone. I thought it was over. Like his days being a house fox were over. That's what I thought at the time.
Chad agrees with you that that Fox and the Hound always brings him to tears. What
It's
about
a sad one?
What about here's a clear one right here. Bambi, when the mom bites the bullet, as you could say. That's from Philip. Texted in that one to 8772 Radio U. More text to get to. I think I need some time to think about this too. What are some other movies some Disney movies, some child movies for children that make you cry? 8772 Radio U.
Oh, hi there.
This Worst of the Riot.
Crank that up.
Radio U.
Question is, what are sad scenes from Disney movies? Stuff that's meant for kids, but for some reason, it's just so sad. Why are they showing kids, subjecting children to this stuff in cartoons? Isaiah brought up Fox and the Hound, and he's actually, during the song, was rewatching the scene from Fox and the Hound and having a cry over there.
It was so sad.
Yeah.
I think it might be number 1 for me.
That's the saddest
so sad.
one?
I think it might be I think that one and the Brother Bear scene are the 2 saddest ones I can imagine. But the Fox and the Hound one, it was like yet again one of my favorite Disney movies growing up. So that one just hits my heart so hard.
Yeah. What about Tim? Now, this is not, I don't think it's technically a Disney movie, but it is for children. Iron Giant. Have you seen that one?
I have.
That's a tough one, but I'll tell you. In some of the scenes, you can see it coming, you know? And I don't mean like the death. I mean the happy ending.
Oh, like coming back around.
And so in Iron Giant, that's one of those where I was like, it's going to be okay.
It'll all work out.
Yeah, it's going to work out. How about Marka said, you remember the first Land Before Time?
I remember the Land Before Time movies, but I don't remember if I know the
28
scene.
of them?
I don't know if I remember the scene. I need to go back and look at this
Didn't make
one.
an impression on you.
Not sad, I don't know, but probably a sad
Apparently,
scene.
in Land Before Time, there's a scene where the mom dies. Littlefoot's mom, I would say, must pass away. So that's Marka. Kimberly says, this is an obvious one. Have we not gotten to this already? Lion King.
Oh, yeah.
Mufasa. Yeah, that one still gets to me.
That's a go-to,
I don't care what age you are.
See,
That's
but
sad.
I'm not going to lie. The Lion King one didn't make me as sad.
It didn't.
It just made me mad. I was angry at Simba.
Simba?
I was upset with him.
Why are you mad at Simba?
Because he's
Wasn't his
down in the
fault.
gorge. I don't know. He was being bad.
That's what
How
makes
many
it so
times?
sad to me, because Jonathan Taylor Thomas nails that voice performance. I'll tell you right now.
I don't want to blame Simba, but at the same time, it's like, dude, come on.
Yeah. What about Tommy coming in with Coco?
I haven't seen Coco yet.
You haven't seen Coco?
Haven't seen Coco.
All right. I'll give you a pass until about Halloween, but by then you need to watch it because it's a good Halloween.
Sad?
Yeah, it's sad. Although he goes to like the land of death, whatever they call it. He goes to the land where everybody's is dead.
Oh, dang. This
So
Land
there's
Before
definitely
Time
some
scene
death
is
in that
sad.
one.
I just watched it. That's a sad one. You're right.
Owen chiming back in with Bambi, which several people saying that one. How about, and Ryan also getting in it with Lion King. How has nobody said this? The beginning of Up?
Oh, yeah.
Are you
I had
out
that
of your
one listed
mind?
here. I had that one
Yeah,
listed.
that is the saddest one.
That's pretty
That's
sad.
as sad as it gets.
Pretty sad.
I also have another one. This is a little off the board. Oh, there's Kendrick coming in with Up. How about Homeward Bound? You've seen that one?
I've seen Homeward Bound, yes.
Homeward Bound. That'll get me to tears. If you're an animal lover, that's a tough one, isn't it?
See, I think that the opening scene of Up is super sad. I had it on my list as like one of the saddest ones. The only reason that I don't know if it's number one is because like you're not attached enough to the characters yet. If that happened like in the middle of the movie, it was more of like a flashback. I don't know. I feel like if I was more attached to the characters, I mean, but it's still like the saddest scene. It's like the saddest possible scene you could make, just about.
I feel like that's why some of these other ones, like Bambi and the Fox and the Hound, don't get to me as much because I'm not very attached to them.
Attached to the characters, yeah.
Because they're animated deer that don't even talk.
Mm-hmm.
You know, type thing. So it didn't get to me as much. Justin says the movie Onward. D says this is one I thought of at the beginning of Tarzan, when Tarzan's parents get killed and then like the mom gorilla, whatever her name is, comes in and rescues him.
That's
and
sad.
he has no idea what's going on and she's taking care of. That's real sweet.
What about in like Toy Story 2 when Jessie like gets left?
Oh,
When they play the Sarah McLachlan song? When She Loved Me?
That's the toughest one.
That's pretty sad.
That's
huh?
the toughest one. Yeah.
When she gets left into the tree.
You had
that's real
Sarah
sad.
McLachlan to the mix. I think you could put
yeah.
that over any movie scene,
That's
and I
pretty
believe I
sad.
would be crying.
Yeah, you toss in Sarah McLachlan. It's just not really fair with the whole sadness feature that she brings to the table. But yeah, there's a bunch of good ones. So many good ones. But for me, the saddest ones for me probably was the Fox and the Hound.
I've also got here, I've never seen this, Anastasia. Kimberly texted that one in. Joy says this is a good one too, Dumbo.
Dumbo's sad.
Dumbo is sad. The cartoon, not
when
the
they
newer
take,
one.
yeah.
Yeah. Oh,
They take
yeah.
the baby.
Mhm.
Oh, goodness gracious.
Gee, every movie on Disney is sad pretty much.
I know it is.
Unless you watch The Emperor's New Groove.
That's happy all the way through.
Yeah.
Wasn't that a great Riot clip? While you're here, you should watch more of our videos and subscribe so you don't miss what we do next.